What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another, if you're watching on my channel, LilBigMan review of King and Queen of the Ring, or if you're watching on the Wrestling Pit podcast channel, King and Queen of the Ring review over there as well. So, with that being said, this was a good show. This was a very good show, and I enjoyed it. I really did. And I'm pretty sure on the behalf of the guys on the Wrestling Pit podcast, we did too. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. We did get a pre-show match, which is Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, which was a fairly good match. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. They did use, they worked over Bianca's knee that was basically injured by Candice LeRae and has been completely targeted throughout that whole tournament. So they used that obviously, and they worked it over. Jay looked good here. I like that she's looking good. She's looking good. She doesn't, she doesn't look bad whatsoever. I don't know. She's looking good. I think there was like two botches, but one of them that I noticed because that's how much I was entertained. I didn't notice. I only think I noticed two botches. It might have been more, but it was only that. One of which she was trying to do a kick up, and I think she messed up the kick up. But it also looked like it was because she was getting ready to do it, but Bianca kind of pushed her out the way so she could get the pin after they did. Because nobody hit the KOD or Jaded. They did like a new tag team finisher and pin Candice LeRae. But like I said, it was a good match. It really was. It was good. I enjoyed it. I'm like, okay, that was cool. The only thing I have to say that was wrong about it was just the decision of it being on the pre-show. I don't know, because for what Triple H is trying to do with it. Does this kind of hurt it that it was on the pre-show more so that it should have been on the regular show? I guess what I'm trying to say, if it was on the regular show on the main card, people are people going to take it more seriously because it wasn't if it would have been on the main card, or people are going to take it less seriously now because it was on the pre-show match. With that being said, we get into the first match of the night on the main show, which is Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship, and that was a good match. I enjoyed it. The story that it written for itself. So the big thing going into this match for me was Becky Lynch having not re-signed, the contract. She not having re-signed with WWE, and I wanted them to stretch it out more going to this. Like I had the person I picked to win won, but I was hoping that it would happen just a little bit more down the road. They build up this story more, to flesh out more of this heel character. But then I thought about it, I'm like, Becky hasn't resigned, and her contract is up in a couple of days. It's coming up. Like, I think her contract is up before the end, either the end of this month or the beginning of next month. But it's up very soon. But with that being said, the match was good. They told the story in the ring, and I like it. I like the spots. I like the fact that Liv looked good here as usual. Like I like that Triple H's been doing that when she's up against Becky. Becky makes her look good. Like she don't look like a jobber. She looks like somebody who could actually beat Becky. And they make her look good. They both kicked out a lot of stuff to even further put over Liv that she could actually put. She was kicking out a lot of things that Becky put her through, and she was getting to the ropes when she was getting to submission. She even had submission holds of her own. But in the end, Dominic Mysterio will prove to be the deciding factor because, and here's the thing, they've been teasing Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan a connection with them. So you would think when I said that he came out there and he was the reason why. No, he actually came out there to do the opposite, which is counterproductive of what they've been showing us with this little teases. He didn't come out there to help Liv. He came out there to help Becky. He didn't want Liv, by orders of Rhea. He didn't want Becky to, that's how they was making the scene. He was out there on Rhea's behalf to make sure that Liv didn't win because of what she did to her. So he was out there to make sure that Becky won. But due to Becky not being a heel, it backfired, and Liv ended up taking advantage because what he did was he threw a chair in the ring and distracted the ref, and he wanted Becky to hit Liv with the chair to secure the victory, but she wouldn't do it. Instead, she just basically argue with him, try to get him to leave, but it would cause the distraction would cause Becky to get DDT'd on the chair, and then the chair would then get tossed. Liv would toss the chair out the ring and hit Becky with an Oblivion, and 1, 2, 3, Liv Morgan is your champion. And she's definitely a heel all the way, but it was just, I wanted them to flesh it up a little bit more. But then I thought about it, I'm like, she is about to leave, so they had to pull the trigger because they don't know if she's going to re-sign the contract or not. And even with her being champion, she still didn't re-sign. So there's that. Then we get to the second match, which is Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed, which was a good triple threat match. Bronson Reed did his thing in this match. I had to give it to him. He was the highlight of this match. He had 2 high-flying moments that I never seen him do. He did a somersault off the top ropes, and then he did a dive through the ropes. So I'm just like, okay, all right. Bronson Reed has some new moves in his repertoire. Chad Gable always is Chad. He's always good in the ring, man. He eventually deserves to be Intercontinental Champion and onwards because he's definitely that guy. He's definitely earned the right to be Intercontinental Champion. I actually would have preferred it happen here, but no, I had picked Sami to win this match, but I would have been okay if Chad would have won it here as well. But a good Otis would come into play, but in the wrong way that Chad wanted it to be. It was Chad's own needs for Otis to help him is what cost him, because Otis' hesitation on hitting Sami gave Sami enough energy to when they got into it, he was push and berate Otis, and Otis would look like he wanted to hit Chad, and Chad even was like, "What, you gonna hit me? You gonna hit me now? Why? Because he's your best friend all of a sudden now." And the slap and pushing would go Otis into hitting Sami, but Sami would move out the way and get and instead Otis would clothesline Chad, which took him out the match, and allows Sami to get back in the ring and hit a Haluna kick on a still dazed over Bronson Reed for the victory. So it was a pretty good match. I enjoyed but it was another spot too I forgot to mention where there was a double German suplex where I think Sami was going to try to German Bronson, or Bronson was going to try to German Sami, and then Sami would grab on Chad, and Bronson was going to German both of them, but then Chad got out of it, and he ended up Germaning both Bronson and Sami instead, and which was pretty cool, and I enjoyed that. We get to the third match, which is the first of 2 King and Queen finals, which is Queen of the Wing, Nia Jax versus Lyra Valkyrie, which was a pretty damn good match. So far we didn't get to the match of the night. The match of the night is reserved for a particular match, in my opinion, even though all these matches were good. And considering that the next match after this could have been match of the night, says a lot, because it was many picks what could have been match of the night, but these next 2 matches was better than the rest. But Nia Jax versus Lyra was pretty damn good. I like that even though Nia is the bigger competitor, they're not making people who go up against her look like jobbers, at least the main people. And they're actually looking like people who could beat Nia. And with no different here with Lyra. Lyra looked like she could beat Nia, and it was a good one. She really took it to Nia. And at moments, it looked like Lyra could have had the victory. And at moments, Nia could have had the victory. But it came down to Nia getting stuck, not getting stuck, but she was going to the top ropes, and Lyra would try to reverse it to a power bomb, but Nia was just too strong, and instead of reversing to a power bomb, Nia, when she got Nia, like I guess loose enough to do the power bomb, it ended up just being Nia doing the annihilator on her for 1, 2, 3, and Nia Jax is your new queen of the ring. She did do a promo. She was interviewed by Kayla, who basically told Kayla that she was squashed and went through everybody. Now she's the king and the queen in the ring, and soon she will be both queen and your new WWE women's champion because she's on SmackDown, and since she won it, she earned a title opportunity at SummerSlam against Bayley if she's still champion by then. Then we'll get the next match, which is the King of the Ring finals, which is Randy Orton versus Gunther, and this almost took match of the night for me. I wish I had the other guys here, the other guys here to see what their thoughts on match of the night was, but I'm telling you, this was almost the match of the night, but the next match was pretty good, which was the main event. But this match was damn good. It was damn good. Randy Orton and Gunther did it. They liked the meshing of their fighting styles, and it worked perfectly because it told a different story. Like, you know, when Gunther do the chest slaps, and mostly people just tell the story, oh, it hurts, or, you know, and push them down. Randy Orton and woke him up, and he just beat the hell out of Gunther even more for doing it. And I like that. I like that Randy Orton is a different, unhinged person where it happens to him, he just gets mad and beat the hell out of you. And that's what we got here. That's what that. But of course, they worked over Randy's knee and his back. What Gunther did, I said but Gunther worked over Randy Orton's knee and back. And he would do that for the good portion of the match. Randy Orton still would hold his own. I think he did his signature like whatchamacallit, table spot like 3 times on Gunther, which was pretty cool. But yeah, in the end, I think he hit like 2 RKOs on Gunther too. But the first time, Gunther just because he couldn't capitalize because of his injuries, when he finally went for it, Gunther rolled out the ring, and then he did do it. The second time he did do it, and he would have got the 1, 2, 3, but Gunther, I guess, hit his bad knee, was causing him to let go of the pin, and then Gunther would get the roll up pin. But it was a controversy because Randy Orton's shoulders were not on the mat, and the referee counted the 1, 2, 3 anyway. But it looked like technically Randy Orton had kicked out before the count even started because his shoulders wasn't on the mat. So I don't know if they're gonna play that into the story or not, but they did mention it because Corey Graves saw it. He was like, "Oh wait a minute, I'd like to see that from a different angle because I don't think his shoulders was down." But they never actually showed him the replay of it, but it did look like his shoulders was not on the mat. His one shoulder was like, I guess from the angle when you saw it in, it would be like his right shoulder. I want to say, was it his right shoulder? Because if he's laying down, like, no, it might have been his left. Might have been his left shoulder. That was up. But either or, one of his shoulders was up, and it shouldn't have counted, but it did. And Gunther is your new king of the ring. Pretty good, solid match, like I said. Controversy though did rear his ugly head, and now we got a little asterisk to Gunther's championship, king of the ring reign. You know what I did not like about both of these? There was no sitting on the throne. Like, where is the throne for both of them? Like, both Nia and Gunther did not sit on the throne. And I think this is the first time too, where since they've been doing this king and queen thing, that we got two heels who became king and queen, which is a nice little mix up too with that. That he let two heels, because I thought it was going to be Lyra and Gunther who won, one face, one heel, but actually it was two heels. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Then we get to the main event, which is Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul for the WWE Undisputed Championship. And this was good. It wasn't for both titles, but I think you know that as you see my previous reviews. One of the SmackDowns, it did reveal that it was going to be just for Cody's title. This match was pretty good. It was damn good. It was match of the night for me because they had a lot of moments. And Logan Paul, he impressed me a lot. And he does every time he gets in that ring. He does. I like the little Cody Cutter on the table spot. That spot was nice. Because Cody was, Logan was hurt, but Cody was also hurt because he had to slam his own back against the table. I did like the other table spot where Logan did a fall splash on the Cody through the table on the other announcer table. I think that was the Saudi or Jeddah announcer table. Logan Paul did end up using another brass knucks. It was 3 of them. They already took the first 2, but he got another one from his cronies. One of his cronies started getting involved, and Logan would Cody would drag him and throw him over the barricade, getting him out the way. But there was another one. The other one gave him the brass knucks. As I think earlier, Cody Rhodes got his ribs and stuff hurt from Logan Paul, and then Logan Paul used the brass knucks to even damage further the ribs. Cody Rhodes was point where Cody Rhodes could have won via count out, but he stopped it because he beat the count. And Logan obviously you could tell he wasn't going to beat the count because the referee had got the 9, and he haven't even gotten up to do the little spot where they hit 9, and then right before they hit 10, they get into the ring. He was still laying on the ground. It was definitely about to be a 10 count, but Cody stopped there, told him no, he don't want like that. Let him finish and let him learn. Let me finish it. Let him learn. And with that, it was the obvious. This might have backfired on you, Cody spot, where instead of letting him get the count out, he almost got beaten for the title. Logan took advantage and almost won at that point. But still, the match was pretty good. It was a banger of a match, just like I thought it would be. Logan is definitely, say what you want about him being a YouTuber and all this other stuff. He's taken to this business very quickly. Has become one of his top stars because this man helped put on a 5-star match, in my opinion. But Cody Rhodes would, after Logan would try to hit Cody Rhodes with the brass knucks, I think the referee had got knocked down. Yeah, the referee got knocked down, and Cody would take advantage of it and try to hit him with the brass knucks. But that they had a special ring announcer who was like this major star and comedian over there in Jeddah, and he would pull Logan down and argue with Logan, talking about you promised that you wouldn't use that. You're not about to use that on Cody. And Logan would kick him and be like, "Who are you?" and all that type of stuff. And he would turn to go hit Cody, but Cody would hit him with 3 crossroads, and he's a champ, and he still is your champion. Pretty good match. That was match of the night for me. I was hard. I would say the MVP of the night, though, was definitely Logan Paul. It was almost Bronson Reed, but it was definitely Logan Paul. I'm going to give this a 10. No, I was going to say 10 out of 10. I was going to give it an 8 out of 10 big ups. It was definitely a good pay-per-view, and I enjoyed it. None of the matches were bad. I enjoyed every single match, even the pre-show match. I just had a little nitpicks of why they didn't get the usual sitting on the throne ceremony and all that type of stuff. But it did get the fireworks though. There was a lot of fireworks. Liv got the fireworks from becoming champion, and both Gunther and Nia got the fireworks from becoming the king and queen of the ring. Yeah, you let me know in the comments down below what you thought. And if you on the Wrestling Pit podcast, you know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, because if you do, we're trying to get to 500 subscribers so that you get a reward for my boy Shane. And if you're on my channel, my personal channel, you do the same thing, because we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers before we reach the next goal. And maybe if we get to 10,000 subscribers, I have a reward for you guys too. As always, hit one of these videos for more of my or our amazing content, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.